Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the Houston Fieldhouse here in Troy, New York for tonight's ECAC hockey matchup. It's the RPI Engineers taking on the Saints of St. Lawrence University here on RPI TV and ESPN+. Perry Lascaris here with Dan Fridgen, bringing you all the action of RPI hockey here in this 2021-22 season. And Dan, RPI on a roll here, 4 wins in a row. St. Lawrence coming off a 3-0 victory over RIT. Prior to that, they lost only their first 2 games of the year, both to their rivals up there in the North Country, Clarkson.
Yeah, Clarkson's got a real good team, as always. But RPI's on a roll here, and they're going to look to continue their winning ways. And, of course, the challenge for Coach Vines is to be consistent with that performance, and they've been real good up to this point in the season.
And RPI being carried just a bit, at least from the outset, when you look at this team, by Amanda Rampado. She's won her last 4 starts. RPI has had their 4-game winning streak. She has a 187 goals against average and a 944 save percentage. She's going up against the reigning MAC goaltending ECAC goalie of the year in Lucy Morgan. Morgan, even better numbers, 147 goals against, 945 save percentage, but the record 2-2-2. Talk to Coach Wells, as you did. They aren't really scoring goals this year.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what he's been working on in practice. He said they had their first regular practice yesterday. Up until this point, they've been doing just skills clinics.
So puck is going to be flipped in on goal from center ice by the Saints, who are in all red today with the black and white trim. Good breakup behind the net by Tegan Dalby. And St. Lawrence looks to set up. They'll throw it back to the blue line. Here's a long shot deflected towards goal, not on goal. Is again whacked away, this time by Wagner. Another long drive here and a glove stop made by Rampado. We saw a lot of this last weekend. I know, Dan, you weren't here, but you had a chance to watch the games. And a lot of times RPI in their own end, but they're playing fundamentally sound defense and not giving up any real grade A scoring opportunities.
Yeah, the one thing I noticed was that RPI's defense does a great job of clearing rebounds for Rampado. And on the offensive side, they do a good job going to the net and picking up rebounds.
RPI currently able to clear here out of the zone by Sarah Buckvick all the way down. Race for the icing, and they wave it off here as it was Nia Phillip on the pressure, forcing the Saints to move from beyond their own goal here. Neutral ice, it's going to be Abby Hustler, freshman, flipped in on goal, covered up again. That was McLeod, Ellie McLeod, a sophomore from Stratford, Ontario. 6 points already in 7 games for McLeod. And these two teams, it's been a lopsided all-time series. 27 wins just for St. Lawrence, just 2 for RPI and 2 ties.
Well, of course, RPI is going to be looking to turn that around, the luck this year. And I'm excited to watch the goaltenders because it's added motivation for both of them. And
right off the draw, they score. It's Brittany Goot, the senior from Caledon, Ontario, with her 2nd goal of the year. Flips it up over Rampado, and it's 1-0 to the Saints. A little uncharacteristic there. A rebound just sat at the side of the net, and you talked about RP being able to clear those out. That time they weren't able to.
Yeah, it looks like she got caught watching the puck a little bit instead of picking up the player that was going to the net with Goot. And, of course, Coach Wells, here's another look at it. Just comes off. She gets in behind the defenseman and was able to put that over the shoulder.
So Goot with the initial shot right off the draw there. She was the center on that play. Able to get the goal. St. Lawrence leads 1-0. Something RPI was able to do in their 2 games last weekend against 2 Hockey East powers in BU and Providence was score the first goal. They never trailed there. Now they find themselves down here to the Saints. And maybe that's the bit of a wake-up call that RPI needs. Because last Friday, RPI had a real good second period after not a great first. This is cleared away by Peterson. Skylar Podvey keep it alive in the corner. Lifted off the glass and back to center ice it goes. Rolling all the way down. Julia Blitz on the chase. It's going to be picked up by Claire Dudley. Senior from Westwood, Massachusetts, plays it ahead. Podvey into the zone. Sophie Holden going to try and track it down. She's pinned up against the wall by Arbinova. Or excuse me, this is now Arbinova here, as it was Price doing the tie-up. Spun around behind by Fries Hansen, and now Arbinova. Outlet pass looking for McCutcheon is off the mark and turned right back around by the Saints. Into the zone they come. Cote had it for a moment, stripped away from her. Chopped in deep. It'll ring all the way around. Audrey McCutcheon over to pick it up. She, earlier this year, was the ECAC Rookie of the Week. She had a hat trick against Union a few weeks ago. Cote gets dumped along the wall. And it's played along to the far side. Nobody home, but good hustle there to keep it in at the far point by Dudley. Make that Christian Guerrero, beg your pardon. Now, here is McCutcheon to try and play it up the wall. She'll fire it all the way down. This is going to be icing here as no one touches it. And shots are early, 5-0 Saints here. We're not quite 3 minutes into the contest.
St. Lawrence putting a lot of forechecking pressure on the Engineers at this point. And they're having a little difficult time breaking out of their own end. They had a couple of chances to clear, but miscalculated the speed of the puck and how quickly they had to get to it before the defense kept it in at the blue line.
Face-off win for the Saints again. Shot in by Ohm. That's Suyeon Ohm from Seoul, South Korea on the blue line for the Saints. Worked ahead for McCutcheon again. RPI trying to get the puck deep, and they get a partial change here as Mara Wagner's able to step on, but still trying to get more players out there. Here's Severson now. RPI trying to generate something offensively. Chipped in by Severson. Wagner's going to get there past Ohm. She gets rubbed off the puck nicely, however, by Ball as it's back out to center. Race for it here. Larson over to get it. She'll spin around and take a look up ice. Finds Wagner, team's top point getter. Wagner flips it in deep. She goes into the corner with Dudley. Severson now. 2 Saints there as well. As Severson has it pinned up now. Trying to pick it off the wall. It was Pudafint, and now it's center ice dumped in by Dudley. Kind of deadens off the back wall behind the net. To the circle, a flipping shot gloved easily there as that did not sit for Abby Hustler, the freshman from St. Louis, Prince Edward Island, and it was an easy glove stop there for Ampado. So 6 early shots for the Saints here. They have the game's first goal. Brittany Goot, her second of the year, 17th of her career, is a shot that's going to ramp up a stick and go into the netting. Long try there from Melissa Jeffries, a sophomore out of Kingston, Ontario, looking for her first points of the year in 7 games so far for the Saints.
This is a line Coach Wells told me he calls the grandma line because they're all graduate students.
Flipped up the boards. Trying to turn off the wall is Goot. And now Poirier gets knocked down. Poirier again pushed into the wall. It'll come free out for Podvy. Goot pinned up by Buckvik. RPI's top line center. Good defensive two-way player as Buckvik already has a couple goals this year by doing nothing more than just crashing the net. Once on her own shot. This is going to be flipped up the wall, but not out of the zone. It's kept in by Jeffries. Pops to Buckvik. She'll stick handle her way to the line. Work it ahead for Capel. She can't handle it there, but it's in deep anyway. RPI will get a change. 5 minutes into the contest. Saints with an early goal. Stretch pass here, tipped deep by Hillary Sterling, the freshman from Richmond, Ontario. Rampata behind her net to play. Kaiser's there for RPI, flipping it up the wall. Now Price chips on further, but that's cut off. Saints trying to turn it around with numbers here. Although their Engineers are quick to recover. Cote. Hannah Price over to get it for RPI, the junior from Pittsburgh. Lifts it off the glass, but that takes a funny hop and pops to the near side of the rink where Delaney Weiss can scoop it ahead. Back to pick it up now are the Saints. Holden goes backwards with it. Here is Ball, sophomore from Mississauga, Ontario. 4 points already on the year for the Blue Liner. It's carried in now by Gabby Jones, sophomore from Potsdam.
Her dad coaches the Clarkson Golden Knights, Casey Jones.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I could have made that connection. Didn't want to play for the hometown team.
I guess not.
Fries Hansen lifted up the wall there by Taylor Zaherney, making her third appearance of the year. Has an assist, now flying into the zone. Shot comes in over the top Good speed there from Bjorgen. But a good defensive effort, though, to keep that shot from going on net.
And of course, Clarkson and the Golden Knights will be in here next weekend.
On the men's side, right, Casey
Yep.
Jones. The women will be here tomorrow.
That's right, yep. The women will be here tomorrow. I was referring to
Yeah, for sure.
Coach Jones.
Jones will be here next week because it's tipped deep into the corner. Losing her stick there. Was there a bit of up, but she gets the puck loose to center. Zaherny chops it ahead. It'll be tracked down by Pudafint. And now Dudley. Saints breaking out of their own end well, not allowing RPI a lot of second or third opportunities once they get the puck deep. It's been one passing out or just carrying the puck out of the zone.
Yeah, RPI really hasn't had any sustained offensive pressure in the St. Lawrence zone to get any shots.
This will come trickling in on Rampado. She'll cover. And to RPI's credit, that's not really their attacking style. They occasionally will put some pressure on, but they've been scoring a lot of their goals on the rush and a lot of them on the counterattack.
Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect offense that you're looking for. And sometimes, you know, teams will hesitate scoring on the rush, and they'll try to just dump the puck in, give up possession sometimes, or try to cycle it. But, yeah, you're right. They like to score off the rush.
Puck moved ahead here, but it's turned right back around by Hustler. Long shot there from the circle, trying to use Tegan Dalby as a screen, and it was a good glove stop by Rampado.
Yeah, she saw that pretty well, even though it was trying to use the defenseman as a screen.
Another long shot, and then Rampado makes another glove save, just catching practice here for the junior netminder from Stony Creek, Ontario. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, RPI's got to tighten up on the face-offs. There's another clean win from St. Lawrence, and they're only at 53% as far as their draws are concerned.
Flipped up the wall as the shot was blocked by Phillip. And now here is Price. Ahead for Phillip. And it'll be off a stick in deep. Turned around by the Saints. Poirier. She'll take a shot, and that one kind of fluttered in on Rampado. And another relatively easy stop. The totals, like I said, you know, she made 42 saves in a shutout, which is not to be discredited. Rampado did last time out against Providence, but RPI's defense, they keep you to those type of shots there where Rampado's able to see the puck easily. She has 9 saves already in this game, but
yeah,
only a few of them have been real challenging.
Yeah, most of them have been from the outside. The only one that really found the back of the net is the one that got away on her, and the forward for St. Lawrence got in behind the defenseman for RPI and was able to get a shot off.
There's a giveaway here. Stick goes flying. It's cleared away by Dalby. Out to center it goes. Back goes Kaiser the other way. She goes down in the corner in a heap, and then there's a bit of a pile up now. Saints break out. This will wrap around. Cote throws it cross ice, almost ran it. Kaiser might have been off to the races there. Saints were in the middle of a change.
Yeah, it just went off the heel of her stick.
Good poke there by McCutcheon. We'll let the Saints jump back on it. It's Dudley. Outletted near side. In deep it goes. Zaherny trying to put the pressure on. It'll run all the way through as it's shot in there by Elia. Now Nara Elia again. Fifth-year senior from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Works it back to the point for Dudley. Sent back across. Now a good centering pass there. Good stick tie up in front. Puck still sitting under some bodies here. It's underneath Peterson. And they're digging away. The whistle probably should have gone here just for safety purposes as Peterson continues to try and dig her stick out of there. Finally the puck to center, and out comes McCutcheon with it, 1-on-2. And Taylor Walters with her. And this move back out to center ice. Erbenova will take a look here. Shots are 10-0 Saints. Here comes Erbinova walking right in, lost the handle. Haven't seen a penalty yet, but we've come close, it looks like. A couple of plays that maybe could have been called. Now a wrap try here in front. Saved by Morgan on the backhand, as that was Lily Fries-Hansen with the shot. RPI trying to make something out of nothing there.
Yeah, unfortunately, she just was able to get it on her backhand instead of taking a forehand shot that would have been a more powerful shot.
There's a shot turned away. It's flipped up the boards. Pinching is Larson. Taylor Larson gets it below the goal line. Now it's shot back to center. It's icing if Erbinova can get there. Now it actually runs out of steam, and it won't be icing at all. That puck just slowed right up for Miranda Jenke. Throws it behind the goal. Taken away by the Saints. McLeod walks it in front, and she scores. I don't think Rampado saw that at all. St. Lawrence takes a 2-0 lead right up glove side. And she didn't move. We'll take another look at that.
Yeah, I don't think she saw that at all. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if it didn't go off the defenseman's skate and up over her shoulder. Right there.
Yeah,
I think that might have went off of number 5.
Zaherney. Yeah, it may have, but she definitely didn't see it.
No, I think it was going
wide, maybe. Yeah.
Well, no, it was going to go midsection.
Mm-hmm.
She went down to play it, and then went off the skate or the leg and went up and scored.
Saints don't care how.
Nope, they don't.
2-0 St. Lawrence here.
That's how many?
Right now they have 2, and Coach Wells talked about they have a little bit of trouble scoring. A couple of bounces you'll take if you're the Saints here. As RPI now plays from behind. Still a lot of hockey left, though.
And that's usually how you get out of a scoring slump. Throw it at the net, and anything can happen.
Here comes Podvy. She'll flip it deep. Chase after it herself, met by Hannah Price. And now Delaney Weiss turns it around, finding Michaela Capel. Capel to center, broken up at the line, turned around by St. Lawrence here. Rachel Teslak, she's listed as the 7th defender for St. Lawrence tonight. Out of Cranbrook, BC. This is lifted up the right side and all the way down. Now a race for it. Picked up by Blitz. Blitz on a partial breakaway. She's denied there by Morgan.
Wow, great save by Lucy Morgan. She just got her right pad, came across the slot area and just got her right pad down and got that shot.
It was a good read by Blitz to find that puck up ice. She was all alone but had a bit of a tough angle to try and move her way in on. It wasn't a true breakaway in the sense that she had to work with coming in from the side there.
Yeah, and her support couldn't really get into position to get a good rebound shot.
This is flipped deep by St. Lawrence. The Hernies there. Chopped at in the slot. McCutcheon trying to find it. Still McCutcheon. And it eventually gets something on goal. And Saint goes down in the corner. That was Elia. Wagner sent across. Turned around by Ball. Ball up the boards. Carried on further. And shots tipped behind. Now here comes Wagner for RPI. Shots are 11-3 Saints. They lead 2-0. Mara Wagner walking her way in. Mara Wagner all the way in, trying to stuff it home and couldn't put that last touch on the puck. She deked all the way to the net front. Now Peterson, her wrist shot, that's blocked away. And back out to center it goes. Chance to break here. It was actually Sarah Bain, I beg your pardon.
That was Ilya with the block there for St. Lawrence.
Sarah Bain is making her collegiate debut here for RPI as the puck is flipped to the side of the cage. Those 30 number forwards, I got confused there. As McLeod goes down after being impeded a bit by an RPI stick, but again, they let them play here. Some, I guess, incidental stick contact not being called. That's off the stick of Phillip. Saints will start over in their own end now. Jeffries. Tap through the middle. Race forward here. Holden. Turned around by Tegan Dalby. Cross ice off the skate of Capel, forcing Erbinova to deal with it. And she does well to at least work it up ice. Coming up on 5 minutes to go in the first. Trying to play it ahead there was Guerrero to a teammate who was going off on a change. Engineers sent it the other way and they iced it. Stoppage here with 4:52 to go in period number 1. And RPI has some work to do now, down a couple of goals, but at least they're, the balance of the puck possession is evened out just a bit here as this first period has gone on.
Yeah, they've had a couple of good scoring opportunities, but the difference has been Lucy Morgan, the goaltender for St. Lawrence, who stood tall in the net. And we talked about her statistics at the start of the game. Solid goaltender.
Played out of the zone. Kaiser's there. Chips it back for Weiss. Taylor Zaherney, junior from Newtown, Pennsylvania, works it ahead. And it'll be worked around by Kaiser. Weiss is going to pinch here. Guerrero tied up. Now Kaiser, a one-timer. That puck was not flat on the ice, and it kind of flipped wide of the goal. Back comes Goot. Brittany Goot, a cross-ice feed. Shot comes in. Oh, what a save by Rampado on the glove.
Oh, wow, she picked that right out of the air. What a great save. She had to come from her left post over to the right side and get that. Look at this. She has to push herself across off the left outside foot. Oh, picture perfect.
She robs Poirier there.
Great save.
And we'll remember that one if RPI is able to come back here. That obviously would have made it 3-0 if he doesn't stop that. A little 2-on-1 down low, and we have a stoppage here on the this is our media timeout, actually. Our mid-period media stoppage with 4 minutes left in the first. How about that?
I was wondering whether Goot was going to shoot that or
Yeah.
give the pass up, but her being a centerman, looks like she likes to pass the puck a lot. In her 115 games,
Yeah.
she's got 16 goals, 31 assists.
That's a passer.
So she likes to dish.
So I'm sure RPI knows that, but
Yep.
and you have Jessica Poirier, who has just 8 career goals in 122 games, so she's probably been snake bitten like that before by a goaltender.
Yes.
Anyway, Rampado keeps it a 2-goal game with that great stop. See if RPI can answer here in the remaining 4 minutes of the period. Shots are now 14-5 St. Lawrence. Back out to center it goes. Ohm has it turned around there. Bouncing back for Ohm. She'll use the net as a bit of a screen there to ward off some forecheckers, but RPI tenacious stays on the attack. Taylor Walters towards the corner, knocked down at center. Played there by Price. Good turn to work it ahead. McCutcheon trying to move it up. Here is McCutcheon walking in, looking for the shot. Never came, and it kind of trickled in on goal. And Morgan has it covered.
I think that just trickled off her stick, and she didn't get a good shot away. Went off the heel. And of course, it was covered up by Morgan. Be nice for RPI here to strike, get one before they go in for the end of the first period.
Faceoffs are even right now, 7-7. The Engineers have done a good job on the draw this year. Dalby shoots it off of a teammate there as it hit Jenke. And now the Saints move it out. Good connection through center ice. And the shot deflects over behind the goal, the try by Bjorgen. Erbinova kind of ran into Bjorgen there and put her hands up to say, I'm not trying to hit anybody here. In the corner goes Wagner. She gets spun off the puck. Jenke's there. And race forward behind the goal. Wagner's going to get there. Throws it in front. Nobody home but Bjorgen. She'll skate it back the other way. Pulls up at the line. Lost it, but there to help out is Elia. She's double teamed in the corner, but stays on the puck long enough for the Saints to complete their change. Now Rihanna Jenke to the line, kept in Jeffries. That hits off of Larson and goes wide of the RPI goal. Good tie up there. And now Severson has a chance to look up ice and has no one to pass to. Eventually finds Buckvik. Buckvik will flip it on goal. It's sticked away by Morgan. Turned back the other way by Christian Guerrero. Settled at center by Arbinova. She fires it back in. Phillip. Twisting and turning, trying to get free. Back to the point. Dolby across. Arbinova some room. A wrist shot on. And it's going to be gloved by Morgan. Plenty of traffic in front of Lucy Morgan. That's good, good offensive play there for the Engineers, getting that puck on Arbinova's stick. She has a real good shot. And just trying to get a deflection or something through a screen there.
Yeah, that was a perfect shot that you could get a stick on. Morgan saw it all the way in, and that was an impressive save based on the traffic that was in front of her at the time. She'd have to track that puck all the way from the point.
Right off the draw, quick shot blitz, gets another try. She fires it off the crossbar. That one confused me. I didn't see where it went right away.
That either went off the crossbar or the knob of the
yeah,
goalie
it
stick.
hit something. I'm going to watch that again. It's going to be played here by Rampato. Peterson. For a second, I thought it went in. Now Blitz chips it deep. Tied up in the corner now. Minute and a half to go in the period. Engineers have finished this first, certainly better than they started it, with the Saints getting the first 10 shots of the period. Good outlet pass, however, the other way. Podvy pulls up in the corner, takes a look, fan on the pass. She's tied up by Price now. Chopped behind by Peterson, played by Larson. McCutcheon, stick handles at center. Audrey McCutcheon chips it off the glass and chases on her own. Good pressure from Taylor Walters. Kept alive by Fries Hansen now. 50 seconds to go in the period. Engineers hounding the puck, but can't quite get it away from the Saints right now. Good forecheck by Taylor Walters. Back to the point it goes. Arbinova throws it across. Dolby a wrister, right on goal save. Rebound! And Morgan makes the stop again, this time on McCutcheon.
Wow, McCutcheon teed that up. Didn't waste any time getting that. Lose me? Oh, there we go. Didn't waste any time getting that shot off as it came off the pad. She just hammered it right back in.
34 seconds to go. That's the best chance for RPI so far. This will be flipped on goal by Phillip.
Well, they're getting some good pressure.
Yeah.
They've had some good scoring opportunities. They just need to get one by Morgan here to.
Yeah, another face-off win. Here's Dolby. Throws one towards goal. It was blocked. Picked up by Phillip. Phillip down low. Capel can't grab it. And finally be moved out. Cote with 16. Lost the handle, turned around by Arbinova. Maybe one more rush here for RPI. If Michaela Capel takes a long slap shot, sticked away by Morgan with 6. And now Dolby has it pinned up there. Jeffries is going to try to run some clock here, and that'll do it for period number 1. The Engineers finish with a flurry, but can't beat Morgan, as St. Lawrence has a couple of early goals in that first period. That's the difference so far. Shot totals look a lot better than they started for RPI, officially or unofficially 14-12 right now after 1.
Yeah, they were a little slow coming out of the gate, RPI was, and St. Lawrence jumped on them. They were at one point 10 shots to 0, but in the second 10 minutes there, RPI has really done a good job getting some good offensive chances, and Morgan has done a good job for St. Lawrence keeping it out of the net.
Goals from Brittany Goot and Allie McLeod have the Saints on top here at the Houston Fieldhouse. We'll have the second period coming up in just a bit. You're watching RPI Hockey here on RPI TV and ESPN.
Fans right wing to Pub in downtown Troy is proud to support RPI Athletics. And welcome to all the RPI fans to tonight's game. Think of Ryan's Way before or after the game. Ryan's Way Plus is located at 403 River Street.
We're getting ready for the second period of play. RPI and St. Lawrence from the Houston Fieldhouse. Saints lead this one 2-0 after one. Barry Lascaris, Dan Fridgen here from the press box. And RPI looked better as that period went on. They'll try to carry that momentum that kind of developed into this, generated into this second period.
Yeah, they certainly closed the gap in shots. At one point getting badly outshot halfway through the first period, but really had some good opportunities there from the 10-minute mark on to the end of the period, and they just need to get one here by Morgan. Hopefully they can do that. That'll settle them down. Right now you don't want the goaltender to get inside their heads thinking they can't score on this goaltender.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lucy Morgan was the the reigning goalie of the year in the league. So it's going to be a challenge, but the Engineers have shown a propensity to put the puck in the net this year. Scored 4 against BU last Friday. Combined to score 13 against Union 3 weeks ago. And they're trying to jam one away here, although it pops free to Elia, and she'll clear it out to center ice all the way down. Race for the puck. Good speed here from Bjorgen, and not enough speed as Erbinova won the race there. 30 seconds in, an icing call here on the Saints.
Yeah, they had the opportunity there to get that puck, but just couldn't corral it, get the handle on it, and it was cleared by St. Lawrence. Near the end of the period, that would have been icing. It's a fresh sheet of ice, so the puck's going to move a lot faster.
We'll draw things up here. Again, if RPI wins that faceoff, they like that play to just tap it back to the winger, dropping behind the circle. Now Larson fires it intentionally wide. Capel off for Phillip. Nia Phillip back to the point. Here's Taylor Larson. Feeds it across. Zaherny spins it deep. Michaela Capel, senior from Dawson Creek, BC, back towards the point. Buckvick trying to feed it back to Zaherny, but she was kind of leaning the other way. This will go back out to neutral ice.
Yeah, there's got to be a little bit of communication there between the two players.
Buckvick now, go ahead.
I was just going to say, usually the defenseman will call for it, and she just gave it up without the defenseman calling, and she wasn't ready for it.
Price runs into a bit of trouble at the point, but it's fed deep by Asia Taylor-Walters. Taylor-Walters looking for her first collegiate point out of Toronto, Ontario. Turned around by Weiss at center. Hits off a skate. Now it's chopped off the glass. Saints try to break here. They have numbers. Shot comes in. Pad save. Rebound knocked away by Price. Rampado with a big right pad stop there. That change allowed the Saints to kind of create a little 2-on-1 situation. Now ball back the other way. Shot in wide of Rampado. Hillary Sterling back to the point. Fake shot by Ohm, and she just keeps it in. Sterling again. Lifted deep by McLeod. Turned around by the Engineers. Fries Hansen. Pass off the mark for McCutcheon. And McLeod has it again. She'll just dump it in as say the Saints want to complete a change. RPI is going to do a bit of that as well. Price ahead by Peterson, but not out of the zone. It's kept in by Ball. Engineers just not quite as crisp as they were last weekend on their breakout situations here in this one. And it shows when you can move the puck quickly up ice, you can generate chances in a hurry. Right now they're just kind of getting bottled up when that first pass doesn't connect. Price. Weiss. And now Kaiser ahead for blitz. She'll sweep it deep, and RPI will go on the forecheck.
Yeah, it's tough to generate energy when you're spending a lot of time in your own end playing defense.
3 minutes into the second period. Both goals so far in this game came in the first. One was just a second in. Saints added a second goal about midway through, and RPI started to ramp up its play as the period went along. Now Kaiser tried to give it off for Peterson. That's broken up, but goes right to Tegan Dalby. Dalby ahead for Peterson, who just taps it deep. As to avoid the icing, she was across the red line. Pudafant throws it far side. This will split everybody. They're going to blow this one dead for icing. We're right between Larson and Urbinova, and I think they knew that if they don't reach for that puck, it's going to be an ice.
Yeah. Going back to that last save by Rampado. She's quick. She's got quick feet. Pretty impressive.
Just one shot in the period for either team. It belongs to St. Lawrence, and we're almost 4 minutes in. Tie up along the half wall. It's rung around. Zaherney's going to pinch here. And it'll be lobbed up over her head, gloved down momentarily by Rihanna Janke. And now Cote kind of overskates. Moved into the zone by Holden and then right back out. Guerrero fed wide of Rampado. Larson shoots it off the wall. Severson has it pinned up there. Right back behind it goes for Zaherney. Zaherney left for Taylor Larson, the sophomore defender. Will try to work it up the wall. Get some help from Severson, and now Rihanna Janke. Stop there. Elia turns it around. All by herself on the attack with teammates changing. Shot by Guerrero was blocked. And now Larson tries to dig away at it. Out of Bolton, Ontario is Taylor Larson. And that one goes wide, really helping the Engineers bolster their blue line here. And anytime you win this in a season, you need some help just about everywhere, but the Engineers certainly need help on defense, and Larson has been a real solid addition for this team.
Yeah, she's been playing very, very well.
Puck goes behind the goal. Saints on the attack here. Sterling back to the blue line. It's Ball. Long shot, and Rampado, I think, got a piece of that as it skips wide of the goal. Engineers bottled up a bit right now, but they break to center. Buckvick trying to create some room on the near side, flips it deep. Still haven't seen our first penalty yet in this game. They're really letting them play, which you have to like in a general sense. Well, some things probably do warrant penalties, and
well, as long as they're consistent.
Right.
I mean, that way the players can get a feel for it. You know, if they're inconsistent, players get confused. They don't know what's a penalty, what isn't.
Yeah. A little bit of bumping going on, as you saw there, as Price just knocked one of the Saints down in the slot. Nearly able to break away there. That was McCutcheon. She just overskated it, as the Saint did previously.
It's tough to be aggressive on a bouncing puck.
Now a giveaway in the slot. McCutcheon is offside. Now, did the Saints bring that puck back into the zone? That was my question. I don't know.
Yeah, I was confused by that. I thought that was okay. I thought they kept it in here at the blue line.
Yeah. Well, McCutcheon loves to shoot. We know that.
Yeah.
She has a hat trick this year, and we saw with the one-timer she was robbed by Morgan earlier.
Yep.
Good read there. On comes Erbinova. Centering pass. Looking for McCutcheon again. Erbinova throws it back to the point, but it's off a skate. Hit Poirier. Back comes Goot. She opened the scoring back in the opening moments of this game. Nice stick handle there. Erbinova ahead. McCutcheon. Taylor Walters. Taylor Walters for Fries Hansen. Fries Hansen, a centering pass, and good stick defensively by Jeffries to break it up. Turn right back around by Fries Hansen, and Lily Fries Hansen will dump it in. Danish national teamer chases after it. Work back to the point. Long shot, looking for the tip. McCutcheon whacked it wide. Jeffries will stick handle all by herself. Gets stood up at the line, but does get it deep, and the Saints will change.
St. Lawrence does a good job of placing their sticks in passing lanes in the defensive zone.
Taylor Walters just got dumped in front of the bench. The puck wasn't nearby, so I don't think either referee saw it. Could have been our first penalty again. We've had a couple of could have been first penalty type situations here. This will be helped to the corner by Kaiser. And now a race for the puck, and Blitz is going to get there. Julia Blitz takes a look. She'll feed it behind. It'll wrap all the way around Peterson. Gets a stick on it, kept in momentarily, and twice. Nice play there by Larson. Stick handling Blitz. She fires wide. It'll carry him back to the point. Zaherney throws it towards goal, looking for the tip from Blitz. That doesn't come. As it's poked along for Ball. Ball, cross-ice pass. Good back check again there by the Engineers. That time it was Blitz. She breaks it up and goes off on a change herself. Peterson. Severson just off the bench. Makes a move. Lauren Severson into the zone. Pulls up at the half wall. Back to the point for Zaherny. Right back down low. It hits Severson, who had gone down the play. Now she gets it back. Fed across. Wrist shot coming, and a save by Morgan. As Rihanna Janke didn't get a lot on the shot. She's had a good start to her collegiate career, has Rihanna Janke. Sophomore from Allen, Texas, 6 points in 8 games. Now a shot comes in. That was Peterson that was blocked. Or make it Wagner, rather. RPI with a better of the play here in these, now nearly halfway through the second period. Haven't quite gotten that great chance they're looking for, though. As Wagner goes to the ice trying to find the puck. Saints look to break out, a couple of quick passes, and now maybe a 3-on-2. Jones drops it back. That's broken up. Turned back around here by Buckvik. Buckvik trying to make a move, throwing it towards the net. Morgan will cover as she gets sprayed by a pair of engineers, but won't mind as the puck is underneath her mitt. 10:58 to go, second period. SLU leads 2-0. Shots are 15-13 to the visitors.
I like that play Blitz made earlier when she got to the puck first and she threw it behind the net. Unfortunately, her teammate wasn't reading that because there were so many St. Lawrence players between her and the front of the net. There was no way she could make the pass out front without it being intercepted, so she threw it behind her forward with her. Was just a little late getting to it.
Weiss will shoot it in. And now RPI putting the pressure on, but it's worked out on the far side by Pudafant. She gives it away. Fed right back into the corner by Erbinova. Fries Hansen with Sterling falling down at her feet, trying to work it loose, and it'll be carried out to center by the Saints. Hustler trying to get around Erbinova, throws a big poke check in there, and they both go down hot in the corner. Thrown off a body, that was Weiss. She plays it across, gives it away, turning and shooting over the top. That was Sterling. And now a jam try at the side of the cage, still loose. And it'll be picked up by Capel. Kind of a shaky situation there on the RPI end as puck was given away in the slot. But Hillary Sterling couldn't hit the net with it.
McLeod almost had that. I think she had it on net, and Rampado didn't know where the puck was. She had it trapped between her goal stick, glove, and the post, I think.
Another centering pass was broken up well by the Engineers. As it's worked up the wall, race for it here. Peterson's going to get to this. Maddie Peterson takes a look, throws it in front. Only Saints there as all 4 of her teammates were changing. Larson, she's wrapped up along the wall. Dug out of skates there and worked across for Price. Price ahead for Blitz. Blitz in deep. Flipped around. Pinching is Larson. Tried to center a pass. Pops back to the blue line. Price with some room. Price a shot. Hits a skate. Goes behind the goal. Ellie Kaiser in front. Trying to find Peterson. And it was defended by the Saints out to center. Engineers go around the horn and fire it in. Blitz. Jeffries plays it there. Firing off the wall to center is Jones to alleviate the pressure, but RPI shoots it right back in. Guerrero comes down off the dasher at the far side, but RPI happy to just chop it back deep again. Wagner, point, Zaherny. Off the glass, off a glove. This is going to be a hand pass if the Saints touch it. And I guess they say RPI had an intermediary touch there. Back comes Jeffries now. Zaherny's there. She's quickly wrapped up as we approach 8 minutes to go in the second period. Behind the goal, it's Holden. Centering pass intercepted by Severson. She'll play up the wall. And they do get it out of the zone. Janke forces it out to center. Turn right back around, however, by the Saints. Bouncing puck in the slot. Tegan Dalby has her player tied up, and it's going to be frozen by Rampado.
And we got our first penalty of the game.
And it's going to be a hook. And the way this game is, we're talking about consistency. The way this game has been called, it looked to be in line with what's been let go here. And so I guess we had to get our first penalty out of something.
Yes.
It looked like they let a few of these type of plays go, the sticks and the little bit of hole, a little bit of that in front of the goal, but they're going to call hooking here on Dolby and send the Saints to the first power play of the game.
Of course, the Saints are clicking along at 21% on their power plays.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. We're going to have to, RPI is going to have to do a real good job on the penalty kill here coming up.
Engineers on the kill, 93.5%, so it's a bit of a strength versus strength of the situation. You look at the penalty again, so I can be proven wrong again here, as I often am. Yeah, all right, that's pretty clear cut. Yep, that's definitely a hook. All right, so obviously I'm wrong. Yeah, that's RPI TV is very good at proving me wrong. It's like it's probably their favorite thing to do.
Yeah, but they have the advantage of replay. Yeah, there was a little bit of a hook there.
Yeah. Okay.
She kind of had her under the rib cage.
You guys got me. Officials today, if I didn't mention it, Derek Zuckerman and Ryan Chauvin. Linesman Kevin Spraker and Tim Waters. Coinciding with the media stoppage here, so an even longer break, almost a free timeout for Coach Wells and the Saints here before their first man advantage of the game. So face-off here. And it's won by St. Lawrence. Ohm throws it across for Snow. Down low it goes for Elia. Price trying to battle for it in the corner. Pops free to the point, and it's cleared out by Michaela Capel. She'll get an early change. Buckvick on the pressure, shorthanded. Ball now. Forced backwards by Buckvick, and that's just good shorthanded forechecking by Sarah Buckvick, junior from Burlington, Ontario. Shot in by Bjorgen. And now Elia takes a look from the wall. Back up top for ball. She's got plenty of space, although she's closed off by Wagner's. A pad save by Rampado. Trying to clear it out is Weiss. Had to fight through a number of stick checks there, but it's kept in, however, by St. Lawrence here. Ball at the point. Takes a look, throws it across. Good connection. As that one's blocked by Wagner. They have Teslak, the extra defender here on this power play for St. Lawrence. Big kid's listed at 5'6", looks bigger than that. Here's a long shot here that hit a body in front. Might have been Severson up into the netting, and we get a stoppage.
I'm glad you said that. There's been a couple of women out there that I thought, you know what, that looks like 5'11", but you look at the
sheet,
sheet and it's 5'8". It's like,
I think
wow.
Teslak is being underrepresented here by her height at 5'6". Anyway, face off here, tie up in the corner. Pops free to Sterling. Good stick there by Capel, who's back out there. 24 to go on the power play for St. Lawrence. 3 power play goals to beat RIT last time out. Looking for their first one here. Trying to create some separation. There's a puck fed across, hit the skate of Price on the way through. 11 to go on the power play. McLeod. Tap back to the point. Pudafin across. Teslak the other way. Shot was blocked again. Out of the box is the engineer there, and it was actually Dolby came out, but Blitz took the ice, and RPI kills off the first penalty in this game. And not a must kill when you're in the second period, but you kind of feel like it the way Morgan and these Saints are playing defensively.
Yeah, that was a real good kill by them, by RPI.
Thrown off the boards, race for the puck. Good speed by Blitz to beat out the icing here. Trying to throw it in front. And she had McCutcheon, or Peterson rather. Worked up the wall. Poirier drops it off. A little bit of speed for Podvy. And Skylar Podvy runs into Arbinova and just dumps it in. Arbinova again. Fed across. Finds Zaherney. Zaherney down the middle, past everybody. It'll be picked up by Ellie Kaiser, and she dumps it in. Kaiser, a good start to her collegiate career. 4 points in 8 games. Sophomore from Westmont, Illinois. Former Chicago Mission. Turned around here by Jeffries. She's shown good puck skills from the blue line for St. Lawrence. Runs out of room at the half wall and just elects to dump in further. Goot throws it high in the air through the high crease area. Nobody home. Tough to do anything with that. This will be lobbed out to center by RPI. Carried on by McCutcheon. Chance for a 3-on-2. Walters kind of got bunched up at the blue line and couldn't really hit it with any speed, as there's another collision behind the Saints goal. Taylor Walters is there with Elia.
Well, that puck that was just flipped out of RPI's zone hit somebody on the bench at St.
Yeah, they didn't blow it dead,
yeah.
They really don't want to blow the whistle tonight. Just one penalty, and we had a puck hit somebody, I guess, on the bench. That's what the Saints were pointing at, but nothing happened there. Now we get a whistle on the icing. 3:44 to go in the second. Shots are just 15-14. We haven't had a whole lot of opportunities in the second period. It's kind of pretty much a stalemate throughout, even with that power play the Saints had.
Yeah, most of the play has been in the neutral zone, or they dump it in. RPI's got to be a little smarter on their dumps. The one there, they just shot around the boards when they were changing. They had nobody on the other side.
Long shot here, rebound. Oh, Morgan again. My goodness. And now we get some pushing and shoving after the play. Jenke was robbed on the far post there, and then Severson was the engineer involved. There were 3 or 4 Saints over there. And Blitz, it was Dalby.
Yeah.
Huh. What was she doing in there?
Watch this rebound. Looks like she tries to shoot this.
Yeah, she tried to lift it.
Yeah.
It was a good right pad save by Morgan.
Great right pad save.
And Wagner was just, I don't think she was doing anything out of the ordinary. And Severson went and mixed it up after the play. Okay.
Those are the rebounds that you want to shoot to put it through the back of the net. If the goaltender gets his glove on it.
Jenke with a great opportunity there to pick up her 4th goal of the year. But Morgan makes the stop, and she is right now, of course, winning the goalie battle. You can almost argue the Engineers have had more chances than the Saints have today. St. Lawrence capitalizing early here. Now they get another one as a right pad stop is made. Elia couldn't get to the rebound as it was swept away by Larson. And now Price. Anna Price will try the far side, finds Severson. She's tied up, but spins it ahead for Wagner. See if she wants to skate here. She'll elect to just dump in, hit the linesman. Comes right back to Wagner. She'll flip it all the way through, bouncing puck. Erbinova waits for it, but waited a little too long. And allows Snow to get there. She runs into Capel, and it's going to be Erbinova back to pick it up in RPI territory. Good connection. Shot in by Phillip. Touched away by Ohm. Good play by Capel to separate her player from the puck, and a quick shot there was turned away. Tried by Buckvik. Buckvik gets it again, feeds it across. Capel, a wrist shot, and that's turned away by Morgan.
Boy, Phillip is another one that works hard, and she's got real good speed. Skates very, very well, which allows her to get to the puck first, and she's real smart with what she does to it.
Phillip looking for her first career point as well. She's played in all 8 games so far for RPI, but can really wheel, and she's really helped RPI turn things around with that forecheck. This will be shot out of play. They're going to have to blow this one dead because the puck's no longer on the ice. 1:39 to go in the second. 2-0 Saints lead. RPI has taken over the shot lead 18-16. They've only given up 2 shots in this period to St. Lawrence, even with the power play.
Well, that's good to see because they're playing with some sense of urgency. Some teams wait until the 3rd period to play with that sense of urgency, which is too late. You just got to keep shooting, making plays.
See if RPI can get one before the horn here, as this is going to be icing on RPI. Send the faceoff back down the other way. RPI men's hockey is in action this weekend. They're taking on Union College. That first of 2 in the home and home is underway over in Schenectady. Of course, you can watch game 2 of that series. That's here tomorrow night at 7. We have a hockey doubleheader. Women's hockey against Clarkson, men's hockey against Union.
Is that the blackout tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night's blackout. They're doing a raffle giveaway.
Yeah, for 3 jerseys, right?
They do all of them now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right, yes.
Oh, there's a giveaway in the slot here. See if the Saints can take advantage. No, good poke check again by Larson. Yeah, they're auctioning off some, and there's a raffle. I'm not sure exactly how it's going, but there's an online raffle. There's a whistle here. Another icing call against RPI with 1:10 left. Yeah, it used to be the seniors were auctioned, and then the rest of them were raffled.
Right, yep.
But there's some combination to that. RPI students, faculty, and staff that show up to tomorrow's game automatically get entered in a raffle. I'm not sure what that's for, but the jersey's being auctioned online as well, I saw. Anyway, we got 1:08 to go here in this one.
Didn't that used to be called a whiteout?
That is still a game. It's it's usually the one game before Freak Out or when they play Cornell.
All right.
Don't quote me on that now because it might have changed. The Blackout's the first league home game.
Okay.
It just so happens to be against Union just about every year now.
Yes.
And there's a hit on Kaiser. She took a hip check there, and I guess that's being let go. A lot of that body contact is being let go today. If it's not deemed to be a body check, I guess. Anyway, back comes Fries Hansen. 30 seconds to go in the period. Erbinova is going to chip it off the boards in deep. Fries Hansen now. She goes down, and that was less of a penalty than I thought the check was on Kaiser, but it doesn't matter because the Saints are going to the box here on a trip.
Well, obviously there's incidental body contact and intentional body contact.
I guess so. So RPI is going to go on the power play for the first time with 19.7 seconds left in the second period. It's going to be a trip, and it's going to go on Kristen Guerrero, the senior from Montreal. So RPI's power play gets to go to work here. We didn't know if they were going to tonight. 18.2% on the year, 4 out of 22. Face-off win here for RPI. That same play they like to work it to the top of the circle. Now Arbinova gives it away. Short-handed breakaway. Abby Hustler walking in! And it's in the net.
Oh, tough break for RPI there.
Rampado got a piece of it, and it trickled across the line. It's 3-0 Saints with 7.3 left in the second. Don't want to quite call it a backbreaker here, but that's a tough one to give up, as you mentioned there, Coach.
I mean, you're at the blue line, and you're the last line of defense. It goes off the post. I think it comes back out and hits Rampado in the back and goes into the net. So, but I mean, there's a case where they're just capitalizing. St. Lawrence, the difference of the game, St. Lawrence has capitalized on their opportunities.
Second goal of the year, second of the career of Abby Hustler, as that'll do it for period number 2. But a tough goal to give up late for RPI, a shorthanded tally.
Yeah, that's a double whammy, shorthanded and late in the period.
And so despite the Engineers outshooting the Saints, they trail 3-0 after 2. We'll have the third period coming up here from the Houston Fieldhouse. That's your score, 3-0 Saints. After 40 minutes, you're watching RPI Hockey on RPI TV and ESPN. right, we got a period to go here. The Engineers down by 3, but they'll have almost a whole power play to work with to start the third period. And almost certainly need to take advantage, Coach, if they want to come back in this game at all here.
Yes, they have to come out with the foot on the gas pedal right from the drop of the puck here. Try to get one early on this power play, and then they'll, be within 2 and just keep playing, shooting the puck, putting offensive pressure on the defense of St. Lawrence, and keep shooting the puck on Morgan, who's played outstanding to this point.
Getting ready for the third here. Shots are 18-17 RPI.
That'll be the key here to this start of the third on the power play. RPO is going to want to get the puck deep, work it around, and just get some shots on Morgan here.
So here we go. As the Engineers will start from their own end here. Fired in over the top. Severson picks it up now. It'll go behind the goal. Fed in front. Oh, just off the side of the cage. That was Janke. She'll score those scrappy goals in front of the net. She's so small she can kind of sneak into those small spaces. And nearly had one there.
Yeah, too bad Severson couldn't get her stick on it. That net was wide open.
Janke again trying to steer that one on goal. It'll leave the zone. Erbinova back on it for RPI. Blitz has to wait for Severson to touch up. It's fed right back across. This will be pounced on by the netminder Morgan. She'll hold on here.
At Union College men's hockey tonight, RPI leads Union 1-0.
Here's another look at this play.
Yeah.
See Severson coming in right there? Just went off the foot of the defenseman for St. Lawrence. Otherwise, she'd have had an easy tap in.
We'll go into the corner for Wagner. Mara Wagner's tied up there. And now dug out by Severson. Here's Janke again. 34 to go on the power play. Lifted back towards the point. Rolling puck. Tough handle there, but it's fed across for Blitz down low. Too far for Severson. To the line and out to center.
Not a bad idea going low to high by Severson there, but she's got to realize where her player is on the blue line to get that puck on her stick.
8 seconds to go on the power play. Severson's tied up at neutral ice, and it'll go back to Dalby. Penalty about to expire. It's over. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play. Michaela Capel's going to flip this one in. And nope, it's going to be offside here on RPI. RPI and Union are tied at 1. I saw Simon Kjellberg scored for RPI, but Union must have tied it up more recently. Here we are 2 minutes into the third. Taylor Herney's going to play it behind for Tegan Dalby. And it'll roll right past Phillip. Saints trying to turn things around in a hurry here in the zone, but they can't. Bucktrick will carry it the other way. 2-on-2 with Phillip. She'll go wide with it. Phillip has it bounce off her stick into the corner. Shot on goal. And it was a Saint player that went sliding into Morgan. So anything that happened there would have counted, I'm sure, for RPI. There was no nothing illegal there from RPI as far as going towards the net. Morgan, somehow the puck, the net stayed on its pegs, and now back come the Saints. Trying to make a move there was Snow, and that was broken up nicely.
The puck was sitting there.
Yeah.
McLeod did a real good job of tying up the stick of the RPI.
That should be offside.
Forward. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. As the whistle went a little bit late.
Well, I know RPI is behind 3-0, but it certainly isn't a 3-0 game. St. Lawrence has capitalized early in the game, going up 2-0 after one, and then getting one real late in the second period. So RPI just got to keep battling and throwing the puck at the net.
Blitz, try to throw it back to Weiss. It was read by Elia. And now Erbinova's all by herself in her own end. Spins it up ahead. Those will leave the zone. Ilya can't play it because two of her teammates are across the line. Fed back in by RPI. Ilya has it. She's quickly pressured there by Blitz. And pulled out of the scrum by the Saints, Claire Dudley. The defender will shoot it in and chase. Saints can play the safe route here, leading 3-0 here. They don't have to commit too many players forward. It'll make it tougher for RPI to break in on Morgan.
Yeah, I was just sitting here thinking, you know, usually when you have a team up by 3 goals, which is the worst lead in hockey, they usually sit back and just send one person in on the forecheck, but it doesn't look like St. Lawrence has changed their game at all.
No, that's probably the way to do it. When you start getting, a little bit conservative, that's when, bad things can happen. You change the way you're playing to get this lead.
Exactly.
Here's Jones. Back to the point, kept in by Jeffries. Jones is tied up along the wall. Now Wagner's going to pick it up and shoot it off the end boards. Janke waits for it there. Thrown to center, connection to Severson. Had to wait for it a little bit. Back to Janke. Janke likes to stick handle, walking her way in. Backhand shot saved by Morgan on the glove as she denies Rihanna Janke. Very nimble is Janke. She's not very big. She's tough to handle there, Coach.
She's like a water bug. She moves real quick, side to side. She can move laterally. She can go quick, straight ahead, and she handles the puck very well.
Those 6 points are no joke for Janke. Probably the smallest player on the ice whenever she is out there, especially in the ECAC. But as I said earlier, she uses her size to her advantage. She gets into small spaces, especially in the net front. Most of her goals have been from close range. Just finding the puck in among the trees. There's a long pass up the wall. And their wave off the icing as Goot showed good speed there for St. Lawrence. Poirier down low. Goot. Couple chops there from Price. She gets dumped. Still tied up along the wall. Finally it comes free. And it's lobbed out through center. Guerrero takes a look. She'll throw it off the wall. Turned around by Larson. McCutcheon with the Saints changing. RPI trying to move in a hurry here. Lily Fries-Hansen into the slot. Takes a shot. Save made. McCutcheon a shot. And that one's turned away as well by Morgan. Just couldn't get the release off quite quick enough to catch Morgan out of position there.
No, she just didn't get to the puck quick enough. It was there, and boy, Morgan's quick with that those pads.
Good recovery by Lucy Morgan to deny RPI again. As we're 6 minutes gone here in the third. McCutcheon will just flip it out to center where it's steered right back in by the Saints. And they're happy to do that here. Zaherney off the boards for Peterson. Trying to generate some speed into the zone. Here's a tight angle shot saved by Morgan, but it pops free. Looking for the return feed in front for Blitz. That doesn't work, and then back come the Saints. Backhander from no angle there by Bjorgen. Goes all the way through the crease, and now an errant pass in the RPI zone. Dolby does a good job to just keep that from getting worse. As it goes back behind the goal for Weiss. She's overtaken there by Elia to the circle. Quick shot save from Pato, who hasn't really been tested since the first period. Talked about the low shot totals. What were they in the second for the Saints? It was only a few.
Yeah, they only had a couple of shots.
Did I give you the stats and you hit
got
them?
right
Okay,
here.
okay. Second period shots were 6-3 RPI. There we go. Thank you for that.
Yep.
But it doesn't matter when you're up 3-0. They got the late shorthanded goal with under 10 seconds left in the second period, and certainly looks to be a bit of a backbreaker here. RPI with some early opportunities here in the third, but they haven't been able to get one by Morgan, who's been very good. In fact, she shut out RPI the last time the two teams met, 3-0 up in Canton back in 2019.
Well, St. Lawrence goals really haven't been clean goals. You've had one rebound, you've had one deflection, that goes over the shoulder of Rampoto, and then you've got one off the post that goes off of Rampato's back and into the net. So nothing really has beaten her cleanly tonight.
Face off in the RPI zone, 12:43 to go in period number 3.
She's certainly given her team an opportunity here to put something on the board, make it close the gap.
Wagner stick handling through the neutral zone. Wagner all the way in. She gets rubbed off the puck. Fans wanted a call. Larson's going to take a shot, hit a leg. Now Severson handing it off in front for Wagner. In the slot still, there's a bodies flying everywhere. And eventually it's gathered up by the Saints, but they give it away, and Janke tries to jam it in. A little bit of haphazard play there by the Saints, but it doesn't turn out to cost them here.
Well, unfortunately, RPI was on a line change, and they didn't have a forward in the zone to support.
Phillip into the skates of Buckvik. She'll throw it back to the point. Erbinova, quick wrist shot, rising shot, can be held onto there by Morgan. Gets a whistle. RPI's shot totals continue to climb. That's their 26th shot of the game. Maybe get a look at that scrum that was transpired moments ago.
See right here, you got
nice steal there by Severson.
Yeah,
gave it to Janke.
Yeah, she was going to throw it out front, but they were in a line change.
Capel trying to give it back to Buckvik. She hands off to Erbinova. Long shot. Zaherney hits a foot. Chop to the corner. Jeffries goes into the corner there with Phillip, who bodies her off the puck, but the Saints have it in the end. That'll carry him off the skate of Good out to center ice. Into the RPI zone. Back to neutral. Poirier has to touch up, and it allows Erbinova to skate it ahead. Magdalena Erbinova from the Czech Republic got turned away at the Saints line. And now shot in by Gut, wide of Rampato. Now Fries Hansen. McCutcheon. And now stick handling in her own zone is Sterling. Carried ahead. It was dumped in by Pudafant. Now a centering pass comes all the way through to the line where it's stopped there by Dudley. She'll take a long shot, hit a skate. Puck goes into the corner for Price. She's pinned up. Another puck worked back to the line. Shot comes in, loose in the crease, and a left pad stop there. As Rampato denied Hustler on the backhand. Saints continue to possess. Dudley drops it off for Hustler on goal, and that time Fries Hansen was kind of providing a screen that Rampato probably didn't want her there, but she made the save anyway.
I'm thinking, you know what? If you're gonna be standing there, you should at least block that shot. And
there's a replay of the left pad stop. That's just good quickness by Rampato to find that puck. You got to get over to that post, and she did well.
She's been playing well. Been playing real well. It's hard to believe she's down by 3.
Yeah, and this game not too different from how the previous games have gone. In fact, RPI is out shooting the opposition here tonight. But if you keep having slow starts, one of the times it's gonna come back to haunt you. There's a long shot here. Just sits in the crease. It's swept away. Zaherney. She'll tap it down low. Kaiser. Even further for Peterson. Tried to center it quickly. It was given away right to Kaiser. As now it's back out to center ice. Larson. Gives it back to Blitz right through her stick. And now a chance for the Saints to break in again. Quick shot save on the blocker by Rampato. As she denied Cote there. Deflects off the glass. Somehow that was kept in, and Cote's back to get it. Yeah, RPI didn't start off well against BU or Providence last weekend, but they were able to weather the storm and get the opening goal. That was not the case here tonight. And now they're battling from behind and running out of time. Here's Jones.
Well, they just have to stay with it, continue to move the puck, get the puck in deep, maybe take a couple of chances and fly a fly somebody out into the neutral zone, try to get in behind the St. Lawrence defense here.
This is going to be icing, so we'll send the face-off back down. That's where the Engineers have had success this year on the draw. So far today, face-offs are 22-19 RPI. They're out shooting the Saints 27-22. But the Saints have taken advantage of their opportunities like RPI had been doing their last 4 games when they won those 4 in a row. And the Engineers haven't. That's really been the difference here. Opportunistic offense for St. Lawrence. Here's Erbinova for Janke off a skate. Somehow kept in by Dalby. This will leave the zone, forcing Erbinova back out to center.
You know, when they win the draw like that, it's such an advantage because you can be creative with the offense and how you want to run the offense off a face-off.
Centering pass in front as Wagner was tied up. She was able to get a shot away, but couldn't get a lot on it because she had Sophie Holden right on her. And we're going to get a stoppage here to clean some ice. 8:21 left. As you think the Engineers probably need a goal here soon if they want to try and come back in this one. You can see that's actually Podvy in there doing the defending on Wagner, trying to find the puck in amongst some legs and wasn't able to get a lot on it.
Yeah, Podvy, I mean, not just Podvy, but most of the defensive players for St. Lawrence, when they're in the zone, they're looking to pick up sticks in front of that net, which denies RPI forwards the opportunity to try to get a good stick on puck.
So we'll take a look at what's going on tomorrow. Coach, RPI hockey doubleheader. RPI women's hockey taking on Clarkson, who beat Union today just 2-1 over in Schenectady. So it should be another good one here tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, and then it's the Engineers taking on Union on the men's side. That game is currently ongoing over in Schenectady. It's 2-1 RPI.
Yeah, with 1:51 left in this first period.
Face-off win here for the Saints. Poirier lost it at center ice. Wagner tried to throw it across for Janke. Was a little bit behind her. Erbinova then overskates. Janke picks it up and keeps it moving into the zone. Flips it off for Wagner, but that's behind her. Now back comes Goot. Goot scoops it off the glass and chases. Fed around for Janke. Poirier trying to center. Podvy trying to give it back to her. This is that Gramo line out there for the Saints. Long shot in, hits a skate. Picked up by Erbinova. Certainly veterans. They know how to move the puck and know how to save their energy, right? The older players, they know how to play smarter hockey than maybe the freshmen and sophomores who just try to win the game on energy.
Yes, exactly.
High off the glass out to center ice and all the way down. This is going to be icing unless they beat it out, and they do. Good hustle by the aptly named Hustler. And now Ohm hands it off for Hustler. Back to the line, ball down low, tip wide by McLeod, just reaching out for that. Sterling, McLeod pinned against the wall. Engineers want to skate. They have a 3-on-2 if they hurry. With Larson joining the play. Capel walking in, feeding it across. Larson settling and couldn't get the shot loose. It just rolled off the end of her stick. Here's Capel throwing it down low.
Yeah, I like the idea of the RPI player coming late, but she's kind of out of the, gets herself too far out of the shooting lane.
Larson's
as far as the grade A area.
Larson's a defenseman, so obviously not accustomed to joining the rush all that often, but she made a good effort to do so there.
Definitely.
And the Engineers need chances, so you're going to see more D joining the attack here in the final 6 minutes of play. Trying to pull closer. Bjorgen. Pinned up by Elia. And now Snow. Snow turning. Lifted ahead by Asia Taylor-Walters, they wave off the icing late. Good hustle by Taylor-Walters there. This is shot around, stopped by Peterson. Peterson, a wrist shot right on goal, and a left pad save by Morgan. Erbinova hands it off there. McCutcheon bouncing puck out to center. That was a tough pass to handle. She had to lift it with the stick of Bjorgen there.
It just didn't land flat for her, but
right.
she had a nice tip there. Again, a real good save by Morgan.
Here's Blitz. Turned back around by the Saints. Cote into the zone. Turned around by Price now. Off the wall. Trying to find Kaiser. Thrown into the middle where it's picked away by Erbinova. Now Blitz. Under 5 to go in regulation. RPI trails 3-0 here. Back down ice it goes, and this is going to be icing on the Saints.
Well, another opportunity here for RPI to work some magic on an offensive zone faceoff, which they've been doing an excellent job of here this whole game, actually.
RPI has only been shut out once this year. It was at Mercyhurst, the second game of the year, 2-0. Zaherney looking for a tip, gets it, rebound! Oh, Janke had it poked off her stick at the last possible moment. Another good look for the Engineers.
Another face-off win, another shot on goal.
Behind the net now is Severson. Into the middle and sent to center. Bit of a dangerous pass there, but the Saints execute.
I was thinking that same thing.
I don't know if you want to make that pass there to the net front for your own goal. Nice connection here to center ice. Holden just takes it into the corner and dumps it in.
That was a smart play by Holden. She knew that her two line mates had gone off on a line change, and rather than just throw it at the net and turn the puck over, she protected it. And
Teslak fired in. Yeah, smart play, especially when you're leading. And then
yep,
Teslak with a shot there, right on goal. Rampano made the save. There was no rebound. There was a little bit of slight bump into her, but nothing much to speak about there.
Yeah, those are the little things that make a big difference in the course of a hockey game. Puck possession.
Engineers in first place in ECAC hockey after they swept Union a few weeks ago. Of course, other teams need to catch up in the games played department, and that's will go on throughout the year. Saints looking for their first ECAC hockey win here tonight, and it's 3 points for a win now in regulation on both the men's and women's side. Long shot here, hits the boot of Buckvik, who kind of stuck that out. Now loose in the slot, cleared away on the carry by Capel. Michaela Capel to center, nice knockdown by Buckvik, and they're offside as Phillip had to really step across the line to avoid a collision there and then put the Engineers offside. So the Saints looking for now to go to 1-0 in the league, and it's going to be a competitive season. The Engineers know that if they want to make the postseason, they probably need to pick up some points tomorrow against Clarkson. It's just how it kind of works here. The top 8 teams get in, and you can't be leaving too many home points off the board no matter who you're playing against. Taking care of business at home ice.
Yeah, and you know what? Really, this is the first adversity they've faced this season. You know, things have been going very, very well, so it's a good test for them. But the good thing is they get to bounce back tomorrow with a game tomorrow afternoon against Clarkson.
There's a shot off the base of the net. And they really haven't played that poorly. That's the thing.
No.
They've at times outplayed the Saints tonight, and that's really a positive for the Engineers. Is if you look at the score, you say, oh, it's the same old story, but it really wasn't. As it was this almost a flipped script on the RPI. The Saints taking advantage of the opportunities. That's what RPI was last few weekends, especially last weekend against Providence and BU, as there's an icing call against St. Lawrence.
I'm sure Coach Vines will use it as a teaching moment, because there are times when you outwork the opposition and it just doesn't show up on the scoreboard.
Certainly positive, and maybe that makes it more frustrating for RPI is how well they played and don't even have a goal to show for it. But I guess that just comes with the territory.
Timeout, St.
The
Lawrence.
Saints are going to take a timeout after that icing. You see that a lot in college hockey, a late game timeout. Can't take it with you. Got to get some rest for the group that's out there. So, Coach Fridge, what does Coach Vine say here in a situation like this? Obviously, it's a tall task. You're down 3 goals with 2:32 left, but
You just got to keep at it, keep at the process. You know, they've been doing a good job winning the draws. They've been getting shots on goal. They've gotten deflections. I mean, Morgan's just played outstanding. He's been the difference tonight for the Saints. And on the flip side, I mean, Rampado's played very, very well in net for the Engineers. So you just, hey, it's a matter of 3 shots.
yeah.
And you got 2 minutes and 32 seconds.
Is Rapado staying off? She is.
Goalie off. Assist.
Rampado to the bench with 2.5 left. Here's a long shot wide. So this is a pretty aggressive move, but probably,
like it.
probably the right one, right?
Oh, yeah, I like it, especially in an offensive zone faceoff where your centers have been doing a great job of winning the draws and getting some offensive pressure.
So 6-on-5 hockey here with over 2 minutes left. Wagner shoots it around for Janke. And now Erbinova. Pressure comes on her. You got to be careful in front of your net here. Erbinova will stick handle to center. Feeds it along, a race for it. First one to it will be Pudafent, kept in by RPI. Severson, wrist shot coming. Loose at the side of the goal, still loose there. And Morgan's going to cover it with her blocker hand, but that was a dangerous chance with Phillip in front and Rihanna Jenke as well.
I thought that was going over her blocker. I don't know
Yeah.
how that stayed out. Take another look at
That
it
was a really
here.
good save. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How did that stay out? She must have got her blocker on it.
Yeah, and it went up in the. It looks like it went up in the air, and the RPI forwards just couldn't put a stick on it.
Timeout, RPI.
So the Engineers use their timeout. 1:44 to go.
Why not give these girls a rest?
As that group is listening intently to Coach Vines here in his 5th year in RPI, 4th full season of hockey. Of course, the Engineers did not compete last year. The Saints did.
Yeah, they did.
As did, yeah.
They lost to. Didn't they lose to Colgate in the
Yeah.
ECAC
Colgate's-
championship?
Colgate now seemingly the clear-cut favorite. We don't know how any of the Ivy League teams are going to perform. They're just getting underway last week or so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously Cornell's a good team, but they haven't played in a year, just like RPI. Colgate ran rampant across the league last year. They're picked up where they left off this year. Although I did say they did lose a couple of games already now.
Yeah, they did.
But to teams from the WCHA, I think. Yeah, it's going to be interesting how the North Country clubs, who neither of them are ranked this year, which seems to be a bit odd. Usually at least St. Lawrence or Clarkson is in the top 10, but not right now. Maybe that'll change by season's end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, minute 44 left. RPI wins the draw. Shot by Blitz is hammered off the end wall. Fed back to the line. It's out of the zone. Kind of a hurried play there. Janke turns it around at center. Off a stick, tipped into the zone for Severson. Severson for Wagner. A shot and a save.
I thought she was going to give that back to her.
She did a few weeks ago, and RPI scored a pretty goal on a similar play. Now a breakup at center. There's an empty RPI net to our right, but Engineers regather here. Janke throws it cross ice in the air for Blitz, trying to carry it in. Blitz will spin it down low with 1:04 left in regulation. Even down by 3 right now, Coach. It seems like the Engineers have that urgency to try and score that first goal of the game. Doesn't really matter what the score is. They're working hard here. Erbinova up the wall. Wagner has to be careful there. It looks like she was trying to step onto the bench. And this is going to be, no icing here. Janke picks it up. McCutcheon at center with 34. Ahead for Capel. Throws it wide. Driving to the side of the cage. Just kind of sat there. Played around behind. Dudley. She'll lob it down ice. Spinning puck towards the goal. It's going to be wide. Wagner may have saved a goal there with her stick, knocking that one out of the air. 12 seconds to go in the game. And now Dalby nearly handed it off, but it'll be played up the wall with 3. Wagner ahead to McCutcheon. She gets bumped with 1, and that'll do it. A 3-0 Saints win here. And the first of 2 again for RPI against their North Country rivals. And the Engineers outshoot the Saints, but opportunity knocks for St. Lawrence. They get a shorthanded goal. They get a couple of bounces that go their way early in this game. And a lot of times that's all it is. 2 pretty even teams today, Dan, and the Saints came out on top.
Yeah, no question. RPI played a real good game. I was impressed with their passing on the tape. They headman the puck to the person skating ahead of them. They got some real good shots on goal. But, I mean, you got Lucy Morgan, the goaltender for St. Lawrence, the junior goaltender. She comes into this game having just gotten a shutout and seemed to be in the zone again tonight.
Yeah, Morgan picks up the shutout, so she continues to stymie these Engineers. The good news for RPI is how well they did play. RPI did, and then also the chance to go at it again tomorrow against another one of their rivals in Clarkson and try to get back in the win column, try to stay above 500 in ECAC hockey play against the Saints tomorrow. Against the Golden Knights tomorrow. The Saints will head to Union and take on the Dutchwomen tomorrow afternoon as well. So, thoughts here, Coach? You mentioned it, but you were impressed with how RPI played tonight. The result wasn't in their favor, but that's kind of college hockey in a sense, and you're not going to get the win. Even if you outplay somebody, you feel like you outplayed somebody, you might not win. Maybe Northeastern thought they outplayed RPI last Saturday, but Amanda Rampado was on top of her game, and the Engineers won that game 2-0. Same can be said the other way. RPI maybe thinks that they should have had a better result here tonight, but the Saints rode Lucy Morgan and some scoring into the victory.
Yeah, and that's when you got yourself an outstanding goaltender. They'll win you some hockey games. Sometimes your team might not be clicking, but just opportunities, keep the puck out of the net, and they do their job.
Well, that'll do it for us here for our RPI TV crew. That was Dan Friggen. I'm Perry Lascaris. We thank you for watching tonight's game. Your final score from the Houston Fieldhouse. It was St. Lawrence 3 and RPI nothing. You've been watching RPI Hockey on RPI TV and ESPN.